guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're new to my channel, a very big welcome to you, and please do not forget to hit the subscribe button. Yes, just hit the subscribe button. And if you've been here, I want to thank you so much for the support so far. It's quite encouraging and it keeps me going. So this video, if you like it at the end, please do not forget to give me a thumbs up. It helps the YouTube algorithm a lot. Yes. And I want to wish you a very happy holidays. I hope you're spending quality time with your loved ones. Yes, it's the season of love. It's time to spread love and show love. Even if you didn't get to spend time with your family, probably due to COVID or whatever reason it may be, I just want to remind you to also show love to yourself. You deserve some love. Do not forget to show yourself love. And I want to wish you guys a very happy 2021. Yeah, so right into the video. This video is about my top 10. Yes, 10. You heard me right. Top 10 Netflix shows you can binge watch this holiday period. Yes, and I'm going to start from the very best. Yes, so from number 1 to 10. Number 1 being my best. I love it so much. Maybe because I watched it last night, the movie is still playing in my head. Like, I'm telling you guys, this movie is amazing. So right into it. My first and number 1 recommendation on Netflix is the Bridgerton. Yes, the Bridgerton. I watched them last night with my friend, and the show is on point, and I'm going to give it 10 over 10. Yes. Why? For many reasons. Number 1, fine people. These guys are so cute. See, I like the fine things of life, humans included. These guys are very cute, especially the Duke of Hastings. If you've watched the movie, you will know what I'm talking about. But these people are damn fine. But it's not just about them being fine. I like the storyline. It isn't something new or out of the ordinary. It's something we live in every day in our society. But I love the way Shonda Rhimes the movie is well scripted. She did a very great job. That's the producer of the movie. Did a very great job. The movie is quite engaging. You know, like some movies you watch, like from beginning, you're like, okay, what's happening here? In the middle, you're still confused, and then towards the end, you're like, oh, okay, I get the point of the movie. But this movie takes you from the beginning to the very end, engaged. Like, you wouldn't want to leave your screen. Yes, it's that interesting. And then another thing I love about the movie is the way it talked about sex and lovemaking. They are two different things. And then another important lesson, as a guardian or as a parent, your girl child, it would be very nice if when you're sending out your girl child to a marital home, please try, endeavor to teach her some marital information, especially when it comes to physical touches and blah blah blah. But you get what I mean? Yeah, so this girl, she got married, but then she didn't know a lot of things about marriage, especially when it comes to being intimate with her husband. That at the end, she had to go back home to ask her mom, what do I do? So it would be nice if you can enlighten the girl child, if you're a guardian or a parent, when the girl is about to get married, teach her some of the vital information you know she would need when she gets to her husband's home. So I wouldn't want to spoil the show for you, but it's a very good watch. If you're looking for an interesting movie to watch with your loved ones, please, I recommend the Bridgerton. That is my number 1. Then going on to the second one is Tiny Pretty Things. Yes, I think it came out last 2 weeks on Netflix. Yeah, and I binge watched as well. Very interesting show. It's just about ballet dancers trying to make it or trying to be known. But then the movie is quite intriguing. It started with a ballet dancer being pushed from the rooftop, and they started investigating who did this and why. So you would have to watch the movie. The movie kept me on my toes, guessing. Like, this movie, you wouldn't even suggest, you wouldn't even guess who did this pushing. But then the movie is quite engaging, interesting, and you would love it. It's not an action movie, but if you want something that would get you thinking, get your brain stimulated, I would suggest you watch Tiny Pretty Things. Yes. Yeah, so coming to the third one is the next in fashion. Yeah, this is not a movie, it's a competition. So if you enjoy watching people compete, I love watching it. So if you enjoy watching people compete, then this is the show for you. This show, the next in fashion, brought like 24 top designers to compete among themselves. And then how it started was they first of all shared them into different groups, like 2 in a group, they paired them, and then towards the end they now had to compete single among themselves.
She lets the train down. That's a showstopper.
You watch people literally sweat, cry, and have to come up with very dope outfits in less than 48 hours. Very interesting. And then the good thing about this competition is like you now have to start choosing your favorites. Like, okay, I love this person, I do not want this person to go. You will keep guessing, and then it's just awesome, to be honest. Yeah, and then you will get to see people, so like people are quite creative. I'm not even joking. People are very creative. So this show, you will see a lot of creative talents, and I think the winner had to go home with around $150,000. I can't remember. But then I would want you to watch it and let me know if whoever won the show deserved it. I'm going to keep my review. I'm going to keep my answer to myself so I don't spoil it for you. But then I would want you to go and watch it and let me know if the winner rightfully deserves to win. Yeah, so moving on to the fourth one. My fourth recommendation would be How to Ruin Christmas, the Wedding. Yes, it's a South African movie and I love South Africans. This movie, very colorful, very bright, rich people, very rich people. Yeah, so like the movie is about, should I talk it? Yeah, so I'm just going to summarize the movie so I don't spoil it for you. So the movie is just about a wealthy guy who wanted to get married to, let's say, a commoner. Yeah, so the girl is not from a very wealthy home, like their backgrounds are entirely different. But then the girl has this weird sister who almost let me just stop there. But then the movie is interesting. Yeah, you will just see very fine people, you will see rich people, and then if you want to get a nice view of South Africa, I recommend you watch the movie. Now, moving on to the fifth one. The fifth one is somewhat related to my third option, which is the final table. Do you enjoy watching people cook? Do you enjoy seeing international dishes being made? Yes. So this final table is also a competition among top chefs. So they brought 24 top chefs, had them compete among themselves. But then when it started, I think from episode 1 to 6 or 7, they were paired, and towards the end of the show, they had to compete single among themselves, and the winner had to go home with a lot of money. Yes. And the interesting thing about this show is actually the fact that it was not just anyhow food or dish. So they visited 9 countries, and for each of those countries you have to make a dish that is related to that country. Yes. Please, I recommend you watch this, especially when you're eating. This show would make you see yourself as a chef. When you enter the kitchen and you want to slice your onion, you start slicing it very differently. So I recommend you watch it. So now we are going on to the 6th one. And the 6th one is more like a reality TV show. The name is The Circle. Yeah, The Circle USA. It's just about social media. Like, this social media can be quite powerful. Yes. So the show is just about a lot of people. I think like 10 of them or so, yeah, in a house, the same house, but you don't get to see one another. You only get to chat with one another. You cannot see who you're talking to. So every morning you have to update your profile. And the interesting thing about this show is that you can actually catfish people. So you can come in as a male and upload a picture as a female, and people will think you're a lady. Yes, it's happened, and a lot of people had to come in as catfishes. Yes, so if you want something funny, not so serious but quite entertaining, I suggest you watch The Circle USA on Netflix. Yeah. My seventh one is The California Christmas. You know, there are like a lot of Christmas movies on Netflix that when you open them, you get bored from the beginning. But this California Christmas is quite different from the other. Yeah, it's very interesting. It's nothing out of the ordinary. It's all about Christmas, but this one has a little different story to it, and the actors and actresses played quite a very good role when it comes to what again? Yeah, when it comes to the whole movie, yeah, they did a very great job. I enjoyed it with my friends as well. Yeah, so if you just want to, maybe you're having lunch or dinner and you want something very easy and comfortable, I suggest you watch The California Christmas. My number 8 is the Klaus. Klaus. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it correctly, but Klaus. Yeah, is an animation, and why I like it is the fact that it just told us the story of how Santa came to be. So I like the adaptation and the storyline of how Santa came to be. So if you want your kids or your younger ones, or even you as an adult, if you want to watch an animation that is quite cool, I suggest you watch the Klaus. Yes. And then my ninth, not the second to last. So being second to last does not mean it's not interesting. No, it's interesting. But then my ninth suggestion is going to be Prom. I think why I love the movie is the idea of Meryl Streep. I love her so much. Yes, she is in the movie as well. It's like a Broadway show. Yeah, so if you enjoy Broadway, you're going to enjoy this. Quite lively. They had to dance like a lot of high school girls. Especially for the gay community, like it taught us how to love one another without judging someone for the decisions, the life choices they made. Being straight, being gay is a personal decision, so you just let people be who they want to be. So if you want to enjoy an interesting Broadway show, high school and adults in it, I suggest you watch The Prom. Yeah. And then my last but not the least is The Holidate. Yeah, it's here and there for me. It's interesting. I love the fact that the guy and the girl finally I don't want to spoil it for you, but then Holidate is an interesting idea. If you want to watch a romantic movie, you want to see fine people fall in love, yeah, even after arguing and debating in the beginning of the show, but at the end of the day they ended up together, I suggest you watch The Holidate as well. It's interesting. And then just a few additions, other interesting ones you might want to watch. They are not among my top 10, but they are very interesting. You can watch Jingle Jangle. I think why I love Jingle Jangle is the African thing in it. Like, actually the African music and the dance they had to display. Yeah, so if you're African and you want to watch something very close to home, I suggest you watch Jingle Jangle. And then my overall, it's not my top 10, but anytime, any day, I'm going to recommend a long, seasonal, interesting show. It's old, but it's worth watching. Friends. Yes, so Friends, if you want to watch something very long, maybe not thinking of, oh, which movie should I watch next or which series should I watch next. If you want something very long and interesting, I suggest you watch Friends. My Monica, Joey, Chandler, Phoebe, Rachel, yeah, and Ross. So I hope you're enjoying these holidays. So these are my suggestions. These are my top 10 recommendations on Netflix this holiday. I hope you have a very wonderful holiday with your family and loved ones. Please do not forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel and let me know your other recommendations for me, because I'm still looking for movies to watch on Netflix. Have a wonderful day. Love you. Kisses. Bye.